Howdy folks, and welcome to another episode of Stanley and the Sea Can. Alrighty, so this one here, we're going to talk about the SKS trigger group. We're going to call this the front ear modification. Depending on which kind of mags you want to run and everything else, you may need to trim a little bit of these ears off. And I'll show you why in just a sec. So this is a standard OEM right out of the box Chinese SKS trigger group, right? And so we've got these nice long ears here. And so when we put this into a receiver, as you know, this little finger thing here is kind of like your outer battery safety. And just kind of slide that in there, wiggle her in, and all right. So now we got her in, and we can see that right here, this little ear protrudes in front of this bar. So I can rest my my scale on here, and that's going to become a problem because, or it could become a problem depending, because this back bit of the magazines, when you're trying to engage the tickler for the last round bolt hold open, that there is going to prevent your mag from going in. So you get a couple options here. You could basically cut those ears straight off like I did here. Just hit them on a grinder, bench grinder or whatever. File it. It's not super hard metal here, so it's easy to cut. Just knock them off so that they sit below this surface or flush with it. Or we can see with this guy that it has a bit of a the dog ear or something like that. Something's going on there. There's a bit of a machined mark on the inside to make it a bit wider there. So you could just widen that out more so that the rib on the back of your magazine easily fits in there. Because it's we're sitting out proud somewhere like 3/16 or something of an inch at least, and that's going to be a problem for your positioning for the magazine and good feeding of cartridges from the Magwell adapter from the magazine into the chamber. So if we put this one that I've cut, there's no real measuring that needs to be done here. You just kind of trim it down nice and short. Going to struggle again because this trigger group is from a different receiver. You're probably wondering why I have so many receivers and trigger groups that aren't matched, and that's because we are doing a production run of Chinese SKSs that have the Magwell adapter pre-installed for you guys. For those of you who don't want to really tackle the home gunsmithing thing here, but we can see now this isn't fully clicked in. It would have to be clicked in more back here, and that would change the angle up here a touch, but we can see that those ears are now gone. So they're, I can rest my scale right across there, flat on this, and that's out of the way. So that means our magazine would be able to sit in here and go right up and tickle the bolt catch right there for the last round hold open. So that's it. I forgot to mention that in the other video, or this is nice. I guess it was too long, so we made a separate video for it. But yeah, so if you need to cut those off, you can make them wider. You can do whatever you need to do so that your magazine is clear. And I guess the easiest way to mark the exact amount to cut would be to install your trigger, and you'll see the little bit of the ear sticking out in front of this bar, as we just showed a few seconds ago. And you can kind of like scratch a line on there with a scratcher or something, or a marker, or whatever you need to do, and go and cut her away. And that's the bit that holds the OEM duckbill in place. So when you take your firearm apart, you can't drop the full duckbill out. You have to kind of take the trigger group out first, and then you can change the duckbill out. So that's, by removing that, you can still use your OEM duckbill if you wanted to, but now you'd be able to totally rip the thing out of the firearm if you needed to or wanted to, and without taking the trigger group off. So there you go. So that's kind of the last little bit there of the SKS Magwell adapter and what you could do to the trigger group to modify it so that it would work just all fancy honky-dory. All right, thank you. Just like Grandma used to say, if you're the smartest one in the room, get out. It's a trap.